because I feel like I certainly felt during the Bush administration, and I certainly feel whenever the now truly bonkers Republican Party gains any traction at all, that my children's future is being attacked. I've always felt that I get frustrated with my progressive friends because I feel like they don't understand something that Karl Rove gets, that the fundamentalists get, which is, despite, and obviously they're hypocrites about this, but despite what the conservatives say about wanting to limit government, unless it fits in your uterus, what they say about that is not the way they act. They know that the government, politics, nasty, ugly, stupid, it matters how you look on TV, politics, is the best way to achieve your moral vision. If you think, you know, you can pray all you want in church, but if you want to get 40 million more people health insurance, it's the government. If you have a problem with gay people, you know, legislate against it. They understand that. We, on the other hand, and because they understand that, they get in a little bit of a competitive place, and they run for the school board, and they're sort of weirdly energized. We want a savior to come along. I was joking. I was at the inauguration, and the best part was when he walked across the reflecting pond. And it was amazing. But we want a savior, and then my friends get upset when we don't get, you know, single payer or something. And I always want to remind them that we are in this very strange 47-47. You know, it's shocking. It's the way I used to describe Minnesota politics, like you know, Jesse Ventura and then Al Franken, or Wisconsin politics, like Bob LaFollette and then Joe McCarthy, and then Russ Feingold. But it's so close now, and I think people are beginning to understand how urgent this is. But there is a distressing sort of habit for progressives to, when they don't get what they want, or they get competitive, to say the system's corrupt, and that's far too easy, far too cynical, and it plays into what they want you to think. They want progressives to feel like the system's corrupt. They want, you know, to have your friends say, politics don't matter. I'm going to read you, this is a direct quote that my brother sent me in the email, and I just love it. The worst illiterate is the political illiterate. He hears nothing, sees nothing, takes no part in political life. He doesn't know the cost of living, the price of beans, flour, of rent, medicine, all depends on political decision. He prides himself on his political ignorance. He sticks out his chest and says he hates politics. He doesn't know, the idiot, that from his political non-participation comes the prostitute, the abandoned child, the robber, and worst of all, corrupt officials, the lackeys of exploitive multinational corporations. That was like 100 years ago. So apparently nothing changes, but his sentiment You know, these people have to be fought. They're trying to. When everybody was saying that Romney was pretending to be a moderate, it made me think. You know, whatever these labels mean now, but it made me think. You know what? There's nothing. He was never a conservative. There's nothing conservative, as you know, in this state, about attacking unions, which are the greatest engine supporting the middle class, which has helped create the rise of the middle class in the last century, than unions. There's nothing conservative about attacking that. There's nothing conservative about trying to privatize Social Security or take away Medicare. I mean, Tommy Thompson, didn't he have one of those little, like, the bartender pushes the record button? Didn't he have about getting rid of Medicaid and Medicare, if you want me? There's nothing conservative about that. There's nothing conservative about, at a time where the rich are getting richer and the poor are getting poorer, to give the people with a financial horseshoe hanging out of their butts a cut when they don't need it. When we're cutting education, when we're not even dealing responsibly with our veterans who come back. There's nothing conservative about that. There's nothing conservative about, you know, treating the planet with contempt or dealing with our resources in a way that is totally irresponsible to the next generation. So I say they're not conservatives. They're not conservative about it. And there's nothing conservative about trying to turn the promise of equal opportunity, of opportunity for all, into accumulation for the few. And it's the oldest trick in the book, which is, if you're poor, first of all, we're the victims. Rich are the victims. You know, the class warfare, and let me tell you, you know, by any statistical measurement, the rich are getting richer, the middle's disappearing. By the way, there are 45 million people living in poverty. You will never hear the word poverty in any of the debates, and it won't. At the Republican convention, it was mentioned twice. At the Democratic convention, it never was mentioned, which is a problem. But the poor are exploding, but the rich are talking about class warfare. What the hell are they talking about? You know, like we're going up and grabbing their daughters and roasting them over. You're getting tax cuts. It's ridiculous. And the problem with the poor, which is that it's a character issue. Because look, Mitt did it. You know? Mitt did it, and what he revealed in that 47%, you know, was truly exactly what he feels, exactly what Grover Norquist feels, exactly what I think that, you know, the right in this country believes. And the right has gone nuts. They're, you know, evolution. My mother's died last year. She was 96. She's like, what are they talking about when the Republicans are raising their hands? I said, they're talking about evolution. She's like, I remember that trial. You know, it's over. But we're relitigating it. You know, we're relitigating women's health. It's insane. These people make, you know, Richard Nixon look like Abby Hoffman. They're nuts. They're nuts. It's not responsible. And I think they find that here's the right, here's the left. Okay, if we talk about contraception, you know, we move to the right, then the center moves over. We talk about evolution, then the center, they don't get in any trouble for bringing up this crazy stuff because it pulls the center to the right. I think these people are very cynical, very destructive, and I love the president and the way he's stood up to this task, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart, because people are looking at Wisconsin. I mean, it's very close. And somebody was saying earlier today that, you know, when Kerry won, it was like 2 votes per ward. I mean, it's very close. So thank you for doing the real work, and be energized. We're going to win, and it's going to feel all the better because we have to fight so hard. So thank you very much.